What's going on, everybody? This is Dave, and this is Pop Punk Promotions. I'm here with Tony from Pork Roll from Pine Hill, New Jersey. How's it going, Tony?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Let's dive right into it. So, when and how did you start up Pork Roll?
When was about, I believe I'm on point with this, about 2.5 years ago. Um, I started it after I had a couple friends who started a band after, being away from they were in bands when we were in high school. Then everybody kind of grew up and stopped doing the thing. And then they decided that they wanted to, which is great. It was like right around the resurgence of like uh all of these musicians coming back. Um, so they wanted to start a band again, and I would just like film for them because it's like everyone loves to see videos of themselves, but they don't. I mean, people now, especially because content is so big, um, they'll set up tripods and things like that. It's never quite the same as like having some person take their perspective of a video. So I started doing that and just posting on my stories. So everything just started from videos on my stories. And then eventually, I had a couple people be like, you should definitely start something with this. And I would do it for every band because I just felt like it was important to give everybody the same respect that I gave my friends, like no special treatment. And just because it's hard to put yourself out there, um, no matter what it is, but being a musician and putting yourself out there, putting your heart on the line, your music on the line, um, sometimes looking like a fool, like it's nice to have that, that feedback go back into it. So I did start a page, which was Pork Roll. Started it just on Instagram originally. Um, Posted some old videos, and then every show from that I would go to, I would specifically post those videos. Um, and then I started meeting photographers and videographers and graphic design, just anybody who did anything in the arts that helped perpetuate the dream of a musician or a band. And I thought it was really cool. And I thought about how hard it was for people to find um, other individuals. So, like, if you need album artwork, who do you go to? If you need a videographer, who do you go to? Yeah, you can check people's tags and things like that. But, like, what if the price range is crazy? What if, it's essentially like, how can we set up something that could be like a Rolodex of individuals? And and you know this because you go out to a lot of shows, you meet a lot of people, you network a lot. I have a lot of friends that don't go out to nearly as much shows that I do, so they don't get to network as well. They do stuff online here and there, but there's nothing like. And my thing is like I don't really talk to people at shows too much. We just recently went over this where like we've been at a couple shows together, and this is like the first time we're really talking. Um, where like I'm kind of antisocial at shows. I have like tunnel vision. I get there, I do my job, then I'm exhausted and I want to go home. Um, but when I get home, when I post videos, that's where I start to make the connections with people. And then the next time I go out to a show, I also have like real bad social anxiety. I don't come across that. I've been told I come across as very confident. I have really bad social anxiety. Um, but I also got to the point where I thought it was really important to put myself in uncomfortable situations so I got used to them. Um, and that's kind of what I started using shows as. Like I would start going by myself because I used to only be able to go with friends. And now I can go literally anywhere and be happy by myself at a show. So that was great. But back to the like artists that I was meeting, I just there were so many people who put their time and their effort into things. A lot of people went to school, like went to college for this. They have student loans out for this, and they're working a regular ass job, and they can't even, you know, they might not even have health insurance, but they're still going out to these shows and supporting and trying to do their craft. And I thought it was really important to like, hey, these are the people that I see every day at shows doing things. These are the people that I feel have good hearts and won't screw you over. They're extremely talented. Here's just some of their work. If this is something that you vibe with, here's how to contact them. Um, it was never like a uh these are my showcase artists. It's like, no, these are people that I really like their work for, and I really do need to. So I'm in the middle of migrating my website to a new host. So my website is down, but it's a whole process. But on it, I had a lot of people, or I have a lot of people that I've met at shows that I do think are good people, with quality work that are very talented. And the idea was that it was garnered for musicians, but anyone could use it. You just go through, and if you see somebody's work that you like, you could reach out to them. I would run sponsored ads, and I'm still doing that. Every time I release a category, um, I run a sponsored ad to draw traffic to the site, which in turn draws traffic to the people that are on there. Um, but I started going a little slower with releasing things. I have the videography page that's ready to go, but now that I'm migrating, I might have to change some aspects about it. Um, but the idea is just showing the people that make the scene what it is, make music what it is, service industry, or yeah, industry service people, um, who, put their time and effort in. And then on top of that, like, where it all started was showcasing people's dreams and, supporting them through videos, when maybe not, they might not have someone there to film them. So I continue on with that too. That's kind of like the free portion. The website is paid and expensive, but migrating is going to bring that down. But that's kind of how POrkR0LL started.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. It's the worst when you come across like bands that you love and you really want to help out, but they end up like sucking as human beings. Put you in a
Yeah.
really tough spot. So like, has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, absolutely. There's an importance in being where, not in being, but in the saying of like, you catch more flies with honey. A lot of times, you know, I think it, like, as a musician myself, I think it's really important. Like, anybody takes the time out of their day to film me when they could just be like at the bar getting a drink, like, or to even show up to the show when they could be outside smoking a cigarette. Like, I'm going to take the time out to share what they've provided. So anyone, like, I just had a show yesterday, anyone that I got a message from, even in my requests, that sent me a video, a picture, anything, like, I was posting, and I still got to post some, but like, it's just important. Like, these people, no one has to do anything for you. They can just be one of those shadows on the wall that are just there observing and not helping. A body is a body, but like, so when I deal with things like that, like I said, the first go around doesn't always get me. Um, a lot of times when I dealt with that, I would just, if I dealt, like, if I went to a show and I had a bad experience with a band or something like that, I wouldn't go out of my way to go to another one of their shows. Now, if they played with one of my friends, cool, I'll be there. Um, but I never stopped what I was doing. So, like, I would continue helping people, and then slowly people start to see, like, oh, dude, she's sacrificing a lot of time and effort and some of her body parts to support people, like my ankle, or like when I've been kicked in the stomach. I've at the With the Punches show, I was kicked in the face, but I was totally, that was probably one of the greatest moments of my life. It was just like a little love tap, but they people start to see your worth, essentially, and what you provide for people, just being completely unprompted. There was no, um it's not like I want you to pay me. Like, all this stuff that I do is for free. Currently, there's some people who do pay me, but that's because they refuse to not pay me. Um, Also, I'm broke as hell in this economy, so I totally appreciate it. But people will start to see your worth, and then they'll slowly come around. I've had that happen quite a few times where bands wouldn't give me the time of day, and I'm not someone to beg for anyone's attention. I don't think that's necessary for anyone. So you just keep moving on to the next. And if you want to circle back and you want to create a friendship, and a business partnership, and a mutual relationship in which, hey, I promote you, you let them know that I promoted you, because, like, I'm sure you've seen a lot of bands that are fantastic that have no promotional skills whatsoever. Some may not know how to work social media. Some may know how to work social media, but just not want to do it. Um, and their growth isn't as accelerated as somebody who does know how to use, promotional skills and social media and things like that. Um, and I forgot the point of where I was going with that. Uh, no, lost it. It's gone. That train has left the station.
It's awesome that you've had some bands that started off not the greatest, but then, the second time around, like they were better and they realized that, they should probably like, man up and woman up and like, be better human beings and, support you and like all the amazing things that you're doing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not blind in knowing that it's all transactional. So as I continue to, not just me, but as anybody, including a band, continues to do what they're doing, get eyes, get numbers, get whatever, network, meet people, working with other people who know, how do I say this without saying it, making it confusing? Working with people who know other people is beneficial to everybody. Everything is transactional, no matter what we want to say in life. Everything is transactional to a certain extent.
Absolutely. So how'd you come up with pork roll? Where'd that name come from?
Do you know Hate 56?
Yes.
Okay. So when I started, my area code is 856. And I didn't know who Hate 56. I didn't know who Sonny was. I actually told him that I met him at the Broken Goblet a couple years back, and I told him this story, and it was really funny. So, um, so my area or my area code or whatever is 856, and I was gonna name myself. What was it? 856, but like I was gonna spell out the word eight, use the number five. I swear to you, I promise on everything, I had no idea who he was. Use the number five and then just write the word sick there, right? And then a friend of mine, and if you go on my Instagram account, my POrkR0LL Instagram account, you can go to like about this account and you'll see that I had one other name and it was this name. Um, so a friend of mine told me about Hate 56, and I was like, they were like, oh, you named yourself like that. And I was like, whoa, whoa, that is like as close to plagiarism as I could get. And then I found out, like I did some not like research, but like I looked them up. Um, and I found out that Sunny's an activist and we come from the same areas in the world. So it's like that is way too I'm copying. So I was like, I gotta change something else. Okay, so what's from South Jersey that like is notoriously from South Jersey? POrkR0LL. If I was in North Jersey, I would say Taylorham, but we don't do that. And then, the zero got in there because every name in the world is already taken. So I threw in a zero at the end, instead of an O to make POrkR0LL.
It's amazing. I was not expecting that.
Yeah,
That
it's
he
funny
was
how
gonna be
these
part
names
of
come
the
across.
story.
Yeah, it really is funny how these names come across. I am one of those types of people that just like I'll randomly pick out names. So that random name, I must have seen his username somewhere before and it was just in my brain. But yeah, I had no idea.
That's really sick. So you've been to a bunch of shows like me. Which shows would you say like stood out as far as filming goes?
Filming. Okay, so most recently was the Major League reunion show in at the Williamstown Center. Did you go to that one?
Major League at Williams Center? Yes, I was there.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought I saw a post from you. I was up front, um, and it was so fun. The crowd was amazing. They were energetic with the punches with them too. Northvale played and Forever Came Calling. Great, amazing people, all amazing musicians. Um, Show was so live, and I went there by myself knowing that I was going to run into like a lot of times now at this point, like I go to shows and I'm like, I know I'm going to run into someone I know. I ran into everyone I knew. I ran into people from the scene. Sure, I was expecting that. I ran into childhood homies where I was just like, What? And some of them I didn't even run into. I saw videos the next day and I was like, you were there? But like when you're at the stage, there's no way you're gonna see everybody, especially since you were there, you saw how many people were there. But so that show was amazing. I've been to a couple really small hardcore shows. Like by small I mean like in a small area. Um been to Silly Goose show. Silly Goose always, throws down. Um Trying to think. Pop punk wise, Cheer Up Dusty always has a great show. And that's I'm not even just saying that because they're my best friends. Um I actually met them last year or like maybe the year before. I think it was maybe the year before that. Um they kind of like had a lull and weren't playing that many shows for one of those years and they finally had a comeback show at the Milk Boy and it was just it was a great show. A lot of people showed out. Every show that I have been to of theirs, there's always people there. There's always people screaming their music. Um, Now I get to scream it too with them. So it's really nice. But yeah, they have high energy. They put on a great show. Um, Asbury Park, there was one too. Let me think. Well, the Halogen show that I just went to, their 15th anniversary, I think it was. That was popping. That was great. All great musicians. That was at House of Independence that has great lighting. I mean, I could go on. I stopped count. Well, I never counted. I tried to count once how many shows I've gone to. I tried to at least count the videos and I get really sidetracked very quickly. There's too many. I wish like was very diligent. I have a friend who's very diligent with like listing out the shows that they go to and I so wish I was a type A person, but I don't even know where my debit card is right now. So
I've started like putting all that in my phone and I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm like, it's gonna take forever. So I just like stopped.
if it's I feel like if you're really on top of it and it's something that you do like maybe when you decide to go to a show or right as soon as you get out of the show, more power to you. Can I hire you to do that? Like if I should ask my friend, like I should, well, there's no point now because I've been to so many. It's never going to be an accurate count of what I've been to. I messed up, dude. I should have done it to begin with.
It's interesting that you said the Major League show just because it to me it felt like one big like high school and college reunion.
You're not wrong. And I think they would agree as well. And not just, for them being high school and college. I'm sure there was people from their school and like friends and family that were there, but lots of not older, but like people they used to work with when they were actively playing out back in the day. So it was probably I mean, not probably, I knew for a fact because um Shane from Turn 2, he was there because he used to drum with the Punches and he was running into all these old friends and you could just see it in his face, like the memories that hit. Sometimes it would just be like some dude across the room who just came up the stairs. He was like, oh my God. And but it was nice. The energy was really nice and it was great to be there for that.
Yeah, I told people and I posted it that I felt like I was like, 18 again in high school, playing basketball with the homies every day after school and like skateboarding with the homies and all that. And it was just like, it was such a magical show and just like the environment was just like absolutely incredible.
I think that show was the epitome of what the scene should be everywhere and at every show. Um, where you just feel like you're part of something, even if you weren't part of it to begin with. Everybody wants to feel part of something. And that show, I think every single person from the front to the back of that room to the people who were walking outside that could see, because they have that giant screen out there that was like playing everything live, everyone felt like they were part of something. And then going back the next day, the next couple of days, I still have videos that I just want to post because they're like, I did post a lot of them, but like they're so good. Seeing everybody have fun, these, 30, 40-year-old people who should not be stage diving doing that. It was great. Like it was really great to see everybody have fun and come out of retirement.
I was one of those people. No joke, it was my first time in like probably 15 years that I stage dove. And I'll be honest with you, I was a little nervous at first. I was just like, okay, like, do I still got it? But it felt like absolutely, I felt like a brand new person. I felt like I was like 15 again. Like it was one of
Renewed,
the
yeah.
greatest things ever. And I'm like, I need to start like doing this more, but I feel like maybe for like start off with like special occasions and then like, go from there. And for me, I felt like that was a special occasion.
Oh, absolutely a special occasion. One of the, I mean, they're touring now, but like, and I was supposed to go see them with Hit the Lights at, I think it was the Foundry, maybe the Fillmore. Um, but I couldn't go. I think I was at a different show, but like, I definitely plan on going to see them again. And by them, I mean, not just Major League, but with the Punches as well. Um, but nothing will compare to that show. That show was a you had to be there, and if you weren't there, sucks to be you.
Absolutely.
But at
Yeah,
least you can see the videos.
I was giving some of my homies a hard time. I'm like, dude, you really screwed up. Like you're gonna have to live with this for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
You you should have been there stage diving with me and two stepping and posi jumping and all that.
yeah, yeah.
And then
Sucks to
feeling
be
like
them.
an old man for the next like week.
Oh my God, I was in so much pain. And I had to leave the show early because I'm I forgot how far it was, but it was pretty freaking far from me. Um, and my phone died. And I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I was drinking, so probably that was what it was. Um, actually I don't even think it was that because I had like two drinks. Because it was so hard to get out of there and I wanted to keep my spot, so like really didn't even leave. But my phone died, and instead of asking one of the billions of friends that were there for a phone charger, I was like, I just got to make sure that I find my car. Like I got to go. So I left the show a little bit early and I was kind of pissed about that, but um winded up having to go wander around looking for where I could, because I'd never been in this area before. Wandered around looking for my car, just hitting the panic button, and then like using my intuition, like, does this place look familiar? Did I walk here before? And I wind up making the wrong turn. But as I got to the end of the street, I heard the beep beep from one street over, and I was like, the relief I felt because I had my charger in my car. So I was like, I get my phone charged, but yeah, there was a lot of adrenaline, and I think that might have been why I wasn't thinking straight about like just ask one of the 700 people here for a phone charger, or one of the the workers, the people at the venue.
You sound
So
exactly like me. Great minds think alike.
yeah, or don't think in that matter.
So who would you say are your biggest influences? Who would you say got you into punk rock and pop punk and all that?
To begin with, um, well, going back as far as we can go, um, my mom and my dad were really big Beatles fans, so they would always play. I was actually just talking about this on the ride home from the show yesterday because a couple Beatles songs came up on shuffle, and I was like, these songs are like almost like nursery rhymes to me because they were played so much. So the Beatles first, um, Green Day's Dookie album, but Green Day in general. Then we got the biggest one that really got me into it and made me want to pick, because I've always played instruments, but I never played guitar before this. Was Good Charlotte. When Good Charlotte came out with The Young and the Hopeless, that was the one, and that they're also the reason that I know how to harmonize vocally as well. I learned from their CDs and like from their music. Um, Blink 182, obviously. Those are all like the stereotypical young punk, pop punk stuff. But as I got older, I got really into ska. So like we got Streetlight Manifesto, Real Big Fish, um, a whole bunch. But those are like my two very favorite. Less Than Jake, which Less Than Jake, I don't know. Are you going to the Bouncing Souls Less Than Jake 22?
Oh, hell yeah,
Arm's
absolutely.
length.
Abs
There's the lineup is so stacked. I am so there, and I cannot wait. I've been to one other Less Than Jake show, but it was probably that was one of the best ones that I've been to too. It was Less Than Jake, Spring Heeled Jack, Voodoo Glow Skulls. I think it was only a three-band bill because um Less Than Jake was doing their whole Hello Rockview album. I think it was Hello Rockview. But yeah, so Less Than Jake. Um, now my style has changed like a little bit. Like obviously I still love all that stuff. But I've been leaning more towards like story so far, just uh anything Parker does, so no pressure, the story so far. Um Driveways, uh who else am I listening to? I'm trying to think of my playlist right now because I can't look at it on my phone. Um and I've been actually really getting into a lot of like almost like reggae punk. What is it called? There's an actual specific genre for it. Um, but yeah, I do love to pick it up. I think that's the general consensus there.
So if you could film one of those bands, who would it be?
Oh, less than Jake, and I'm definitely going to be doing that when I'm at that show. But I'm kind of maybe I'm selfish, but all of them for sure. Don't discriminate. Got to make everyone feel loved, and every single one of those shows, especially if I could get the angles that I want to get, which doing pork roll has got me into a lot of rooms that I never thought I would get to, talk to a lot of people that I never got thought I would talk to, um, and in general be on the radar of a lot of people that I never. Whether it's my like pork roll has helped my own music career, but also um, so my music is under Hello Tony, and then we have pork roll, which is promotions essentially. Those are two separate entities. And so like although they do help each other out, um I like to keep them very separated, but they I can see that a lot of the people that I am on the radar of, and it's really cool to say or to see and to know. Um but yeah.
I'm right there with you. I think I would have to separate it. Like if it was all together, I think it would really just like screw with my mind and really just like drive me nuts. So I feel
Yeah,
like you, I'd have to separate it. I mean, that's what I do with like my other, you know, music projects, the shoegaze and the post rock and
right.
the podcast. Like I separate it because if I just put it all together, it's confusing for me, it's confusing for the band. So it's better for just like everybody if I just keep and myself just to keep it all separate.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It is hard though with me currently. I'm in the process of making sure that the separation is there, but a lot of people know me more through pork roll. So they're like, "Oh, it's pork," which is so funny because I never wanted to put my I don't usually do it. I've done it a couple times. Mostly it's usually friends like taking videos of me or pictures, but I never wanted my face on pork roll because I'm not important to pork roll. Me, Tony, the person behind the camera and all that stuff, I'm not important to it because what pork roll is just everybody else. It's a personification of everybody else. So I never really wanted that. But with after doing this for so many times for so many years, like you people and not even just so many years, but like showing up so much in that time period as well. People see you, they know you, so they're like, oh wait, that's pork roll. And it's like, no, not while I'm playing guitar.
It's all right. You can brag a little bit. You can be a little arrogant.
No, I don't like when people do that.
You can have the rock star attitude.
No, that's the actually my least favorite thing in the world. That gives me the heaviest ick when people have that rock star attitude because that's when they start treating, you know, you, me, the next person badly, you know?
You're an
You
exception
forget,
to the rule.
don't tell me that. Don't let it get to my head. My head used to fit in this, and now look at it.
That's
Don't
that's impressive. That
don't feed
is
into it.
Yeah, that's very, very impressive. That's awesome. So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions, a good way for me to get to know you. I did this with my other guests. Are you ready to roll?
Sure, yeah.
First one, favorite food.
Um, my favorite food and the favorite food that I made my like I made this my dog's favorite food too unintentionally is French fries. I'm a very simple girl.
So what's your favorite kind of fries?
Um, Usually I don't discriminate against fries. However, I do have a least favorite, and they're smiley fries.
Hmm.
They don't make me
I've,
smile. They're just
I've
mashed
never heard of
potatoes.
smiley fries.
You've never had like it's like a circle with a smile cut out of it?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I just called them like, regular fries.
those are not regular fries.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start calling them trash fries.
Yes, I'm here for that. I co-sign that.
I'm a waffle fry kind of guy.
Oh yeah, waffle fries are dope. Um, I like shoelace, just like like McDonald's has like it's not battered. I do like battered fries too, though. I'm not a huge fan of Wendy's fries anymore. After like COVID, they redid their recipe, and there's nothing really wrong with it. But I only eat like three, and then I'm done with it. So if I'm not finishing like my fries, I know that I don't like them.
Well, I mean, I'll take them off your hands.
All right, next time. Next time.
Well, that's an interesting answer because I feel like most people that I interview, that I talk to, will say like pizza, they'll say burritos, they'll say steak or whatever. So, like, that's a different answer. I like it, keeping things
I mean, don't get
fresh.
me wrong, I do love steak as well, but I know if I don't really have an appetite, what I'm going for is French fries. Yeah.
I dig it. So, if they made a movie about you, what actress would you want play you?
Well, that is a question that I probably could not answer. That's a very difficult question. Uh I have no idea. I don't know. Probably a comedian of some kind. Um I wouldn't be able to tell you who because that's like trying to find somebody that encompasses everything that I am would be difficult, but probably definitely a comedian. I don't really I do take a lot of things seriously, but in the end of the day, or at the end of the day, life is life. So, I do joke around a lot. I try to not just try, I am pretty relatable, but I try to make sure that like even when in a professional atmosphere, I'm relatable because people are more comfortable with relatable people. So, I feel like a comedian of some kind would probably be the best for that.
Maybe like a Chelsea Handler or somebody like that? No.
Not to cross Chelsea Handler, but no. Not who would I say? Probably Sarah Silverman, because she's super abrasive and I am as well, unfortunately. I like to call myself an exfoliant of the soul.
That's a good one.
It's a nice spin on it, right?
I feel like she would knock it out of the ballpark.
She's got that sarcastic, witty humor. Her and Whitney Cummings too. Both of those two, I think, would be able to do it.
I've heard a lot of good things about Whitney Cummings. Isn't she married to Chris Cole, the skateboarder?
I actually don't know.
I'm pretty sure she is. So I
I've
think
seen a
that's how
lot of
like I
her
know
stuff on
about her.
like uh Bert Kreischer's podcast and things like that, like his What's Burning, and she's just been a guest on a billion comedy podcasts. I've watched a whole bunch of them.
I'll have to go and check her out and then report back.
Yes, yes, you do. Actually, I'll send you a video in particular. One of his What's Burning. Oh, she's hilarious in it. I think they get
I
really, really ripped beforehand. So it's just a messy episode, but I'll definitely send that to you.
I definitely need more humor in my life, so please do.
I got you.
So would you rather never get a cold again or never get stuck in traffic again?
Wow. That is Those are the real questions I think that people should ask. Um, okay, I would say never get stuck in traffic again. Colds suck, but I can deal with it. I also don't get sick often, but when I do get sick, it like hits me hard. Um, but I can't do traffic. Traffic is the devil on earth. And I get really bad road rage too. Um, so usually I don't drive with people in my car who don't know me. Like if there's a lot of people, like I'll get road rage, but I won't do anything unless something dangerous happens, like someone gets out of their car or something like that. But um then I fly off the handles and you don't want to deal with me. So those are moments where I'm by myself. But um I'm usually just yelling behind the wheel. And there are some people who get like really uncomfortable by that. Those people are not in my car usually. You got to know that I just got to yell sometimes. You have to let it out.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I feel you on that. I mean, it's for me, it's just like colds you can change. Like you can take medicine, you can sleep. They're not like permanent. They go away pretty quickly. So I would say like traffic because you can't change it.
And depending on, I was gonna raise you a second question of how much is gas at the time? Are we talking steady, like it's cheap, or it's still what it is right now? Because I might go for no, still never traffic. If I was sick right now, I'd probably say something different because when I'm sick, it's like I that's the last thing I want.
That's usually how it is, but I'm going by the gas prices now.
What kind of car do you drive? Do you drive a like a
I
sedan?
drive a, Ford EcoSport.
Okay. I drive a Buick Verano, and that boy like would fill up for like 40, like a little over 40 before. We're at like $68 right now.
That is depressing. That is so depressing.
So bad.
Oh,
Excuse me.
yeah, that would like drive me absolutely nuts.
It's terrible. I'm sure some Tesla owners like wish you had a Tesla now. No, no, bitch, I don't. Definitely
I'm
not a
happy with my
Cybertruck.
beautiful car. Like, don't be a hater. Don't be drinking
Yeah,
haterade.
I like my normal car, my normal looking car.
You need to get at my level, yo.
Yeah.
So if you had $1 million and you could donate to any charity, which one?
That's also a very interesting question. I'm actually big on charities as well. I don't have money to give to charities because I am a charity, 100%. Like I'm broke. But when I was in college, I wanted to come up with a music festival idea, kind of like Warped Tour, but it was always going to be a charity that gave back. Each event would be, it was a rotate, not rotating, but like I would choose a different charity each time. So are we saying I donate all $1 million to this charity?
So what you could do is you could also
I can
split it
split.
up and donate to
Okay.
multiple charities.
So, I'm a huge sucker for the ocean and marine life. I used to want to be a marine biologist until everyone in my life told me that there was no jobs there, which was a lie, and I wish I didn't listen to them. But so ocean conservation and marine life conservation is definitely one of them. Uh, I am a survivor of child abuse, so that's another one. Domestic violence as well. Um, Addiction counseling, things like that. I have lots of friends who I've lost and loved ones that I've lost to addiction, um, breast cancer, cancer in general, ALS. Dude, the list could go on. Any charity that I could. But the thing is, it's really important to research charities. I mean, I just did the Pork Roll show for the Quirky Cat Club, which is a cat sanctuary, a nonprofit, in Maple Shade, and they like just like the world is, there's some charities where the money doesn't go exactly where you think it goes. So it's important to do a lot of research before you donate to anything.
Really glad that you said that because I was about to say the same thing. I feel like you're constantly like hearing stories of like people getting screwed and the money going towards like evil people and
Yeah.
like the wrong organizations. So definitely do like your research before giving your money.
Yes.
And I feel like you can never really go wrong with like local ones, just because I feel like local ones are usually like 9 times out of 10 like legit.
Yeah. Well, that's why one of the main things that I love to do is volunteer my own time. Like, not, I don't do it as much as I should. Also, I would rather do a lot more ocean conservation things. And I don't know many in New Jersey. I also don't have like, there's a lot of people who have like a lot of experience with it as well. But like, it is a huge passion of mine. But, volunteering your time to certain things or community service projects, um being in music programs since I was a kid, I was doing a lot of community service, arts functions without even realizing. I had no idea. I think in high school, everyone has to have a certain amount of like community service hours, and I didn't know. So when I found out, I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna be left back because I didn't do community service or something." And I had uh, way over the recommended amount because of all these things. So like, it there's giving to charities and there's donating, but there's also like being able to get your ass out there and do something yourself, um, which is also important. There's a lot of refugee things that I would also give my money to. Um, People matter, and just like to give back to that to make sure that everyone's taken care of. Not one single entity has too much power or too much money. That is the world that we live in, but in a perfect world, it wouldn't be.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. I tell people I would do the exact same thing. I would split it up and like donate to like numerous charities. Like if I could like help more and then all of it like go towards like the right people, then I feel like that for me, like that's the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. Our last question: what are some places in Pine Hill that visitors should check out?
Uh, Probably no, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say probably the next town over of everything. There's um there's a lot of good like nature spots, just like hidden gems that I wouldn't even know how to describe for people to get to, and I probably wouldn't want to because then more people will go there. But just going around town and getting in the woods, getting out in nature because um like there's a lot of small shops and things like that. Uh Mom and pop things, also a lot of chain stuff, but the lakes, the hiking trails, things like that, that's where everything's at.
Well, I'm a pretty big hiker and I'm pretty big into the outdoors, so I'll have to pay you a visit and we can go for a nice walk in the
Oh, hell
woods
yeah. Hell
and
yeah.
bond with nature.
Yeah. I'm totally down. And definitely talk about some new music that's coming out too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You can serenade me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My own personal music. I was just talking about regular music.
Very cool. Well, Tony, I really appreciate you coming on, and the support means the world to me.
Oh, likewise, right back at you, and thank you for having me. I will see you very soon at another show, I'm sure.
Absolutely. So, for the people that are going to watch this interview later, where can they find your music at?
On my Instagram page currently, I am recording, so we will have stuff out for streaming. My Instagram or my TikTok. My Instagram is Hello Tony with two eyes, so it's HELLOTONII. And on TikTok, which is where I post most of my stuff, it's Kilatofu, which is KILLUHTOFUU.
It's a little bit long.
Yeah, my full name is Tanya Udagampola, so we get with it.
Got to keep things interesting, got to keep things fresh, and people just have to deal with it.
Yeah, get
And
along to
then,
get along.
absolutely. And then, where can they find a pork roll at?
They can find me currently on Instagram because I am migrating my website to another platform. Um, and that is POrkRoll, PORK, forgot how to spell, R0LL.
Do what she says. Go to the websites, listen to her music, buy a CD, buy a vinyl, watch her
Support local
reels,
music,
support
support your
local
friends,
music, and
homies
support
support
local
homies.
creators and content creators and all that jazz. Tony, keep up the sick work, and I hope you have a great night.
You too. See you, Dave.
Peace.